In 2017, director Turner Clay gave us arguably one of the most underrated found footage films with The Blackwell Ghost. This hidden gem not only had great jump scares, but really took me by surprise the first time I watched it. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Ed and this is Dead Time Chronicles. This is the #1 spot for scary, creepy, and ghostly content. If you're a fan of fan theories, ghost videos, horror movie reviews, true crime, I make all sorts of different things on this channel, so consider subscribing as we drop a new video every single Wednesday.
Put 'em in the ground 6 feet deep, 6 feet deep, 6 feet deep, eh?
In 2017, the found footage genre had already seen the likes of Paranormal Activity, Grave Encounters, and even the VHS series. So for most of us, we thought this genre had already been pushed pretty far, until the first in the installment of 8 films at the time of this recording was released. Blackwell Ghost tells the story of zombie film director Turner Clay and his wife going on a ghostly adventure that turned them from skeptics to believers. The film starts with Turner wanting to make a ghost documentary when his only lead goes cold. He returned 3 years later, picking up the camera to finally finish his documentary. Throughout the film, Turner is the most skeptical that all this ghost stuff was actually a hoax. He straight up tells us he thinks all this is a bunch of bull. This really helps us feel sympathy for Turner when things start going awry, because at one point we were all skeptics until we were forced to believe in what cannot be explained. He gets invited to check out an old man's haunted house in Pennsylvania. There, Turner and his wife seems completely skeptical to the idea that this man has the same activity happen every single night. In a turn of events, Turner talks the old man into letting him and his wife stay there in the house for a total of 3 days. Like most scary movies, this is the decision that made them into believers. I don't want to dive too much into the rest of the film, but just know that these ghosts go crazy. This subsequently leads to Turner diving into the real history of the home and finding some clarity to some of the stories that the old man had told him previously. I really love the fact that Turner was trying to rationalize and find documents proving the story of the house. Reminds me a lot of stuff that you'd see on like YouTube ghost hunters or like ghost adventures and that sort of thing. With a runtime of just under an hour, this really does remind me of like a YouTube ghost investigation in only the best ways. You get Turner cracking jokes with his wife that kind of breaks up the heaviness and makes the film have more character. Having multiple night vision angles, this film has the Ghost Adventures feel, minus Zach's slow, monotonous talk. As far as simple cinematography you'd expect from a found footage film, this has everything that you could really want. As soon as something big happens, Turner grabs the camera and takes us along on the adventure. This is partially why I just love found footage films, because it makes you feel like you're really there in the room with the people as everything is happening. Now for my rating, I give Blackwell Ghost an 8.5 out of 10. The only downside to this film was that it was just super short. I think the jump scares felt so real, and it really reminded me of some of the crazy things that happened to me living in a haunted house as a kid. If you want to know more about that story, subscribe, because as soon as I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to drop the story about my old house and how it felt living in a haunted home with demons. Have you seen The Blackwell Ghost yet? If not, go ahead and watch it. I guarantee you're going to want to binge watch all 8 movies. Blackwell Ghost is available on Tubi and Amazon Prime. If you've seen this one, let me know your thoughts on it down below. I would love some more recommendations of found footage films that maybe you guys would want to see reviewed on this channel. Anyways, guys, live haunted.